here. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this is for the girls that look like me, that's gonna speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for it was bigger than me tonight.
We reported the anti-black comments being lobbed at Angel Reese over a gesture she made on the court, basically symbolizing the confidence she had about her team clinching the win, and they did clinch the win. But here's the thing, just in case you have not been following this story, or just in case you were not watching yesterday, her gesture that she made on the court was really the same gesture that the person she was playing against made to another team. That person is Caitlin. So let's put up the screen grabs that we have here of the two women putting up the same gesture. So one player was lauded as somebody who has grit, a lot of fight and bite and heart. And another player was chastised for not being sportsmanlike, as well as the extra layer that they put on for Angel, that she was hoodish, and that her actions were unbecoming of a sports person. Former ESPN host Keith Olbermann had some comments, and we're gonna put those up. We shared some of that with you yesterday, and he called her an effing idiot. You know what the effing stands for. And then he realized that he messed up royally. He had a whole series going on about this, but then he realized, and he jumped in there and he said, "Oh, I apologize for being uninformed last night about the backstory on this. I didn't follow hoops. I don't follow hoops, college or pro, men or women. I had no idea about Clark. Both were wrong." Now I want you to notice that he did not apologize for the remarks that he made towards Angel. He apologized for being uninformed, and he went on to confess he knows nothing about the game at all, which further lets us know that he jumped into something that he really had no business really jumping into. I mean, the world would have been still a much better place had he not commented on this. You don't have to comment on everything that's happening in the world, but he was so anxious to chastise a black woman, he could not help himself. It's called "I am white, therefore I have a right to occupy every space in every place because my white privilege deems it so." He is quite the genius. Then if that was not enough, he went on to say in that tweet, there were good people on all sides. Because that's basically how he ended his apology. Again, not apologizing to Angel, but saying, well, they both were wrong. They're good people on both sides. Angel is absolutely right when she said it was bigger than me today, and I did this for the girls who look like me. Amen to that, Angel. And that's for all the girls, no matter how young adjacent or how seasoned they may be. You speaking up and standing up and being authentically who you are is for all the girls who look like you. And then LSU president William Tate also came to Angel's defense, saying, "I think a lot of people have commented and never played sports. Angel Reese is one of the very best players in this country, and she plays in a certain way with some swag. If you have a problem with it, beat her. That's all I have to say. If you can't beat her, sit down." That's William F. Tate, the fourth president of LSU. And yeah, Mr. President, you got that exactly right. Bennie, any of your thoughts about what is happening? Not so much on the sports side, but really what is bubbling up is some deep-seated anguish and anger where anti-blackness is on full display.
Yeah, 100%. I think really at the heart of this is something that white folks in the United States are actively trained not to see themselves in black and brown folks. And now what do I mean by this? I mean, fundamentally, like, if you're like a regular person and you see her winning and like flexing her win, like you should be like, yeah, get it. Like, let's go. Like, you love to see people win. But if you are absolutely refusing to like just take part in other people's successes or joys or victories because it's like a black person that's winning, well, then that is completely on you. And that is you fundamentally failing to relate to them as a person. And we see this really across society in the way that, you'll have like, if you have like a white woman, for example, that's like freaking out at a grocery store, you'll have a lot of people say, oh, well, maybe she was having a bad day, or maybe she was this, that, or the other thing. And people are actively trained in our society to put themselves in the shoes of privileged white folks and imagine all the scenarios and reasons why they would be doing and saying the things that they're doing. Unfortunately, our society is specifically structured to actively disincentivize privileged people from trying to enter the perspectives of marginalized people and trying to see their victories for victories, seeing their struggles for struggles, and just empathizing on that basic level of like, this is another human being. Why would they behave the way that they are?
Yeah, Benny, you definitely hit the nail on the head on that. Absolutely that. And we all have to, we have to deconstruct our construction. And we've all been socialized, whether we're white or black or Hispanic or Asian or Arab American or all of that in between. We have been socialized to accept a certain group of people's pain as it comes and another set not so much. So Benny, I totally agree with you.